I ask that you all please be nice to him and go out of your way to help him around the city." He lifted his pad once more as if to carry on with the lesson at hand. Several students shot their hands into the air, forcing him to hesitate. A blonde girl sitting across from the redhead spoke up without waiting to be called. "Professor, where is this guy coming from? I mean, people just don't drop out of the sky." She laughed at her joke, some others smiling along with her while others agreed out loud. It wasn't as if schools existed. Only well-distinguished families could afford to have their children privately tutored. Such families were famous among the general population. If one were to be transferring in, it brought up the question of who and why. The professor fixed his glasses. His eyes reflected the fact that he couldn't care less to answer before they rested on the girl with the burgundy hair. "Tia, let's discuss the possibilities of human encampments in the Dark Continent, then, shall we?" Tia, the red-haired female, leaned back in her chair with a curious expression. She wondered why the professor brought up that subject. The blonde's cold gaze glanced in her direction before speaking out in turn once more. "Why waste your time with that subject? You can't change the subject that easily. There aren't any human villages left out there. Like, that's not possible. Our troops go out to explore, and they never come back." She sat back with an air of pride and arrogance before glancing once more toward Tia and adding, "Anybody who wants to study the Dark Continent has a death wish." Ignoring her classmate, Tia leaned forward, her arms folded on her desk. She had to ask, "Professor, what is it that you are implying? This transfer student is coming from the Dark Continent?" The question weighed heavily in the air, and the class fell silent as they waited for an answer. He leaned back, trying to find a proper response to the question. Giving in honesty, he sighed and fixed his glasses again. "That's how it sounds. I'll be receiving his file by the end of the day, but tomorrow I'm sure we can learn a great deal from him."